Hello, everyone. This is Chanel here, back at Chachi's Book Corner. In this video, we're going to be talking about one of the first books that got me back into reading last year, and that book is called The Kissing Quotient by Helen Hoang. Helen, if you are watching this video, I want to say hello, and I want to seriously thank you for making this amazing book, by the way. If I mispronounce your name, I really do apologize. But also, I'm going to leave in her social media down below in the comments if you want to check out her other books ahead. This book specifically, to me, is one of the most heartwarming books I have ever read because I can seriously relate this book, but also this is more of a personal matter to me, and I'll explain why on the video. If this is your first time on the channel, please check out my videos, but let's get started. So I want to explain why this book holds a special place in my heart. Let me introduce you to our protagonist. Her name is Stella Lane. She is an incredibly intelligent and curious woman, but also a sweetheart at heart. She works at a company that uses algorithms to predict customer purchases. She's career focused, but she lacks on social skills, especially when it comes to romance. However, it's revealed in the book that Stella has Asperger syndrome and has never had any romantic experiences. She's eager to learn what it's like to be in a relationship, especially when it comes to intimacy. So she hires a male escort named Michael Fawn. By the way, Michael is described as very attractive, especially since he's half Vietnamese and Swedish. But throughout this book, you witness the transformation of Michael and Stella's interactions from a business proposal to friendship to something that's more profound. Michael's support for Stella is evident as he learns about her autism and helps her navigate through the challenges of her condition. I generally appreciate the effort of bringing more representation to the main character who is on the spectrum. It truly demonstrates that love can be found in all individuals, including those with high functioning abilities. This book is my first one that truly shows someone on the spectrum and captures their traits accurately. I admire the author Helen for her extensive research, particularly her understanding of differences between a male and female individuals on the spectrum. Interestingly, Helen has a daughter who has Asperger's. But in her author's note section, she mentions that autistic women often suppress their awkwardness and hide their traits to be more socially acceptable. Consequently, women can go undiagnosed or receive a diagnosis later on in life, often after their children receive their own diagnosis. Women with Asperger's are often considered the part of the quote unquote visible part of the spectrum. My youngest sister, who is autistic, is one of the most delightful and outgoing people I know. And I can relate to Stella because I also have Asperger's. It warms my heart to see someone like Stella find love and find someone who truly understands and accepts you for who you are. It can be challenging to find love when you're on the spectrum because people who aren't on the spectrum may not understand your unique perspective and may have difficulty comprehending of how your mind works. However, Stella, our main character, has found someone who's willing to put in the effort to understand her and to love her for who she truly is. I am grateful for the research available today that sheds the light on the vast of the autism spectrum and the increasing amount of shows that portray people with autism finding love and happiness. These shows help destigmatize autism to foster a greater understanding of challenges and joys that people with autism experience. I hope there's more books like this available so we can spread the message that anyone can find love, especially those who are different. This book is refreshing, especially considering how women are portrayed as curious and outgoing in their pursuit of relationships. However, this book features a main character who is not only curious but also has some quirks due to her Asperger's. but she is willing to take the chance on finding love in her unique way, which I find incredibly courageous. Not often that people are willing to put themselves out there, but Stella is brave enough to do so. But I also love the comedy romantic vibe of the book, especially when Stella hires a male escort to teach her about relationships. And what I really love about the main character, Michael, is that he's very patient and understanding, especially when it comes to modern dating. But it's the guidance that helps Stella to make her feel comfortable into pursuing those necessary steps. In my opinion, the central theme throughout the entire book is that love is very unconventional. It can be manifest in various forms and with individuals that you might not expect to meet in public. However, I believe that love should be accessible to anyone, regardless in their life stage. It's perfectly acceptable to be a late bloomer and find love at your own time. I'm incredibly grateful that love is present throughout the book. Is this book worth it? To me, absolutely. It was incredibly heartwarming, informative, especially providing insight into dating someone on the spectrum. The book is realistic, quirky, and filled with romantic comedy vibes. I will rank this as a solid 4.9 out of 5 stars. But that is all for today. I genuinely hope you enjoyed this just as much as I do. I am almost finished with our new book. I am so excited to talk about it with you all. However, I'm going to keep it more hush hush, especially I'm going to add a little surprise. I know you guys are going to be in for a real treat once I announce the book that I am reading. If you enjoy the video, please take a moment to like and leave a comment down below. If you like my content, please follow me, but also on my TikTok, and you will be notified for all upcoming videos. I will see you guys next Sunday, and I hope you all have an incredible week ahead. Bye!